Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. SummerSlam was a great weekend for WWE as several notable events transpired that will go down in the company's history. Recently, Triple H detailed why Damian Priest didn't make it to the Stamford-based promotion sooner than he should have. A few years ago, Damian Priest made it to the biggest wrestling company in the world where he was assigned to NXT. The Archer of Infamy put in the work and eventually made it to the top of the card on Monday Night Raw as the World Heavyweight Champion. However, Priest faced different types of adversities along the way on his journey as a professional wrestler. In WWE 24, Damian Priest, the chief content officer, spoke highly of the former World Heavyweight Champion. Triple H addressed why a talent such as Priest wasn't hired by the company, as many wrestlers, at the time, wanted to be a part of the promotion. He just got himself in great shape. We gave him some feedback the last time he was here. He implemented that into what he does. So, he clearly takes direction and is driven to try to do more. But a lot of people wanted to come into the company at that bit of time, and the competition for spots became greater. So, he was doing the work. We just don't have the space, Hunter said. From 1728 to 1751, Damian Priest details failed WWE tryout. In 2010, Damian Priest's rise as the former leader of the Judgment Day is commendable as the Archer of Infamy was once lost on WWE's main roster upon losing his United States Championship. In his documentary, the former World Heavyweight Champion addressed his failed tryout for the company over a decade ago. The 41-year-old star was taken back and blamed everyone else, but himself for the lackluster performance. In 2010, I had my first tryout at FCW. And, man, did I tank it. I gained a lot of weight. I was close to 400 pounds. My skills were so subpar compared to everybody else's. It was an eye-opener, but still, at the time, I blamed everyone else, Priest said. After losing the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam in Ohio, Priest is feuding with Finn Balor and the New Judgment Day on Monday Night Raw. In the dimly lit backstage area of the WWE Performance Center, the air buzzed with the excitement of another jam-packed wrestling event. Triple H, known to fans as The Game, stood at the center of it all, embodying the very essence of the wrestling world. Today, however, was not just about the matches or the superstars. Today, Triple H was about to address something that had been on the minds of wrestling fans for years. Why did one of the most talented wrestlers of his generation not make it to WWE sooner? The man in question was none other than Jay Styles, a former World Heavyweight Champion who had dominated the wrestling scene in other promotions but had only recently made his debut in WWE. Fans had often speculated about the reasons behind his delayed arrival, and now Triple H was ready to set the record straight. As the camera crew set up, Triple H took a moment to reflect. His office, adorned with championship belts and wrestling memorabilia, was a testament to his storied career and his passion for the industry. He knew that the wrestling world was full of complexities, and the path to WWE was often fraught with unexpected twists and turns. The cameras rolled, and Triple H began to speak, his voice resonating with authority and sincerity. Ladies and gentlemen, WWE Universe, today I want to talk to you about a subject that has been on everyone's mind for quite some time. I want to discuss why a phenomenal talent like Jay Styles did not make it to WWE earlier in his career. Triple H paused, gathering his thoughts. He knew that the story he was about to tell was one of perseverance, dedication, and ultimately, the timing that fate had in store. Jay Styles, or as many of you knew him before, AJ Styles, has always been a remarkable talent. From his early days in the independent circuit to his dominant reigns in other promotions, his in-ring ability, charisma, and sheer passion for wrestling were evident to everyone who saw him perform. Triple H leaned forward, his eyes reflecting the weight of his words. But the journey to WWE is not always straightforward. There are many factors that come into play: timing, personal circumstances, and the ever-evolving landscape of the wrestling world. For Jay, there were a few key reasons why his path to WWE took longer than expected. He began to recount the early days of Jay's career, when the young wrestler was making a name for himself in smaller promotions. Triple H explained how WWE had always had its eye on Jay, but the timing was never quite right. WWE was focused on developing its own talent, and Jay was building his legacy elsewhere, becoming a cornerstone of other wrestling promotions. One of the main reasons was simply timing, Triple H said. WWE was in a period of transition, focusing on building the stars of tomorrow from within our own ranks. Meanwhile, Jay was becoming a megastar in his own right, carving out a path that would ultimately lead him to us. Triple H also touched upon the personal choices that Jay made throughout his career. He spoke about how Jay had a deep commitment to his family and how he prioritized stability and consistency in his professional life. Joining WWE meant a significant change, one that Jay wasn't ready to make until the time was right for him and his family. Jay is a family man, first and foremost, Triple H continued. He made decisions that were best for him and his loved ones, and we respect that. The rigorous schedule of WWE is not for everyone, and Jay wanted to ensure that he could give his all to the company when he was ready, both physically and mentally. The conversation then shifted to the wrestling industry itself. Triple H explained how the wrestling landscape had evolved over the years, with WWE expanding its reach and recognizing the value of talent from around the world. He emphasized that WWE's doors were always open to exceptional talent, but the decision to join was ultimately up to the wrestler. The wrestling world has changed significantly, Triple H noted. We've seen a global shift, and WWE has embraced talent from all corners of the world. Jay Styles is a perfect example of this evolution. He honed his craft, became a legend in his own right, and when the time was right, he made his way to WWE. Triple H's tone grew more personal as he spoke about the moment when Jay finally joined WWE. He recounted the excitement and anticipation that surrounded Jay's debut, how the fans erupted with joy, and how Jay's presence injected a new energy into the roster. "I'll never forget the night Jay Styles debuted at the Royal Rumble," Triple H said, a smile crossing his face. The reaction from the crowd was electric. It was a moment of validation for Jay and for us. It was the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and the belief that someday he would grace the WWE ring. As the interview drew to a close, Triple H reflected on the impact that Jay Styles had made since joining WWE. He spoke about Jay's incredible matches, his championship victories, and the respect he had earned from his peers and fans alike. Jay Styles has proven that great things are worth waiting for, Triple H concluded. His journey to WWE was unique, and it's a testament to his talent, perseverance, and the ever-changing nature of our industry. We are proud to have him as part of the WWE family, and we look forward to the incredible moments he will continue to create in the years to come. The camera crew signaled that the recording was complete, and Triple H stood up, feeling a sense of satisfaction. He knew that the WWE Universe would appreciate the insight and transparency he had shared. As he walked through the bustling backstage area, he felt a renewed sense of excitement for the future, knowing that talents like Jay Styles would continue to shape the legacy of WWE for generations to come.